Viktor Viktorovich Fokin, born February 19, 1935 in Novosibirsk, RSFSR, 2003, known as the pensioner maniac and the grandfather ripper, was a Russian serial killer who killed at least 10 people in between 1996 and 2000. Biography: Fokin was born in 1935. After graduating high school, he went to serve in the army, and began working at the Novosibirsk semiconductor devices plant after his discharge. Fokin was a leader, and later became a labor veteran. In the later 1950s he married, and had children. His life turned around abruptly in 1988, when his wife died. By this time Fokin had aged considerably and suffered from hearing loss, but had a great potency that attracted women to him. During this period, he tried to improve his personal life, but then began to have sex with cheap prostitutes, tramps and alcoholics. But by the mid-1990s, Fokin became impotent, a factor which greatly worried him. The first murder Fokin committed was in April 1996, according to some sources in December 1995. He killed mostly women aged between 18 and 55 years, but the age did not matter much. As victims, he chose women and girls without a specific place of residence, mostly alcohol abusers and prostitutes, the choice being explained by the fact that nobody would look for these people if they disappeared. Fokin confessed that he asked his future victims for any relatives, and, as a rule, chose single women. Indeed, the remains of all 9 known victims of Fokin were never identified, and it was not possible to identify any of his 10 known victims. The murder scenario was always the following: Fokin got acquainted with the victim in the railway square, brought them home, where he raped and mercilessly killed them. The murder methods were always different. Some were strangled, others were drowned in the bathroom, and some stabbed. After the death of each victim, Fokin dismembered the corpse, and threw it in the garbage container. The last murder Fokin committed was on March 5, 2000. Having dismembered a corpse in the bathroom, the remains were thrown into a trash container in Timiriazev Street near his home. During the day, a man came to the Zaeltsovsky police department, who had found a bloody bag of sugar with human organs. Operative search activities were carried out with an incredible scope. In the area where the dismembered body was found, hundreds of houses and thousands of apartments were inspected. There was intensive work with witnesses. External surveillance and ambushes were organized. Fokin was detained between March 7 and 15, 2000. When his house was searched, a lot of female items were found. At the first interrogation, he confessed to all his crimes. The trial of Viktor Fokin took place in May 2001. The prosecutor demanded 20 years imprisonment. However, Fokin was sentenced to only 19 years imprisonment in a corrective labor colony, where he died 2 years later. In the media in the program, 5 stories from the series, Escape from the Maniac, April 9, 2009, Fokin's case was mentioned. References: External links: Viktor Fokin. The Supreme Court of the Russian Federation upheld the verdict handed down to the Novosibirsk maniac Viktor Fokin. Labor veteran dismembered the dead women. 10 corpses of a labor veteran of manic work. Consider me a necrosis.